Hey, Kevin McCullough and the McCullough Punch coming to you in a different location today. Why? Because we're going on the road. And what are we going to find when we get there? Well, in the midst of this global warming epidemic that we're facing, we're actually going to run into a good friend. His name is Tom DeLay. He was the majority whip in the House and an honorable congressman for 22 years. He sat down with us at the McCullough Punch to talk exclusively about 2008 politics. This was in advance of his book coming out, No Surrender, No Retreat. I like this guy. I think you will too.
I'm going to start on the 2008. Let's start with new technology. You were just mentioning new technology. Yesterday, it was revealed that there are 10 candidates, 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, that have all signed up on MySpace. Barack Obama has 66,000 friends already signed up. Hillary Clinton has 29,000. John Edwards has 13,000 online. All of the Republican candidates put together don't have 8,000 people recruited and signed up on their web space. What role do you think technology is going to play in the 2008 election?
Well, it's going to have a huge role to play, and particularly if we don't get involved. I'll give you an example that doesn't necessarily talk about cyberspace, but there's a book called Shadow Party by David Horowitz that shows this huge, massive, powerful political coalition that the Clintonistas, the Clinton people, have put together over the last 5 or 6 years. Well-funded, well-coordinated, now either directly or indirectly coordinated with the media. It is powerful. That's why I say if the conservatives don't come together and pool their resources and work in areas like cyberspace and others to push back on this massive political coalition, Hillary Clinton will be our next president because she has the political muscle to make it happen. The conservatives' muscle has deteriorated, atrophied, and we've got to rebuild that muscle, and we've got to
muscle it up every day. That's right. That's right. Well, we're talking with leader DeLay here on WMCA 570. Let me ask you, you've kind of played your hand a little bit on this, but coming out of the, let's go to the GOP side of the race, that we are lacking a fundamental frontrunner that has the true conservative message nailed down pat. Now, I've heard a commentary released today by Fred Thompson that just got me going. I'm so hoping that this guy will jump in the race, but without him, the top 3 that what are considered the top tier candidates are not running as Reagan conservatives, and they're not really running that strongly as social conservatives. What is your fear about the GOP looking very weak 10 months from now when Iowa comes around?
Well, first, Kevin, I'm sure all these Republican candidates are good people. I don't know them personally, so I'm not going to judge them. But I do know that the top-tier candidates were picked by the liberal media. They weren't picked with any other criteria than the liberal media wanted these to be the top-tier candidates.
Well, we keep seeing a poll every other day that comes out that says Giuliani's ahead by 37%.
But
now.
If you really look at the poll, 60% of the people have none of the above.
Right.
So 60% of the conservatives and the Republicans have not picked a front runner yet.
Yeah.
Only the national media and the New York Times have picked a front runner.
Having said that, what do you think about the states that are pushing to move their primary dates up earlier so that we even have less time to get to know these people before voting on them? Because if you have California, New York, New Jersey all voting before the end of February, we may not have to have very many, we may not be able to have really primary races that mean anything after that.
Well, it may be one of two things. It may be good in that if you pick a candidate early and it's the wrong candidate, you might end up at the convention picking another candidate.
Boy, that would be a switch.
And that can happen. And frankly, I wish we'd go back to picking our candidates at conventions.
Open conventions.
Instead of these.
Tom DeLay wants open conventions.
Absolutely.
Come to the convention, pound the podium, rally the votes, and see what happens.
But it is a disadvantage for us, Republicans, because you've got to have a lot of money, and we're not going to have enough time for all of these candidates to come to the base of the party and let them know who they are. And well, like Romney talks the talk, but he has done nothing to prove to me, no action has shown me yet that he truly believes, that, as he's had this conversion, that abortion is wrong. That he truly believes that marriage is the foundation of our society.
Well, I will give him a little credit on marriage just because of the leadership he has shown in fighting back against what the judges did unlawfully, in my opinion, in his state. But yeah, there's some stuff that is not yet satisfied there. And even though Thompson did support McCain on McCain-Feingold, which alone should disqualify Senator, the senator's a great American. He's a lousy senator and a horrible Republican and a horrible conservative. But other than that, I really do like Thompson, and the commentary he released today basically says on the border stuff, we've got to take this more seriously than anybody is willing to right now. One last question, because I'm really late for my next commercial break, and I do have to pay my bills. Obama or Hillary? Who is the tougher candidate for conservatives to defeat in 2008?
Oh, Hillary, by far. I truly believe that, mainly because of this coalition she's put together. I mean, I don't do it justice how powerful a political organization this is. This is over 700 conservative organizations that have come together to work together. This is monies, multiple millions, hundreds of millions of dollars from the unions, the trial lawyers,
liberal organizations.
Yeah. I mean, this so well coordinated and organized. I mean, they have separate groups for everything they need. It is incredibly powerful.
Well, Majority Leader, I could spend all afternoon talking to you. Thank you for coming by. Friends, please buy the book. So there you have it, some up-close personal ideas and thoughts from former Majority Leader. McCullough Punch with you each weekday. Check us here next time.